hayafanani. Wewe nyambone, mimi nyasubi, matatizo yetu hayafanani. Kama una shida unamwambia nani? Watu wanacheza mambo hadharani. Kama una shida unamwambia nani? Hata meza kama nimeacha nyumbani. Hatufanani, hatulingani. Hatufanani, hatulingani. Iachie fulu mwanawani. Ushike mwenzio mkono kiunoni. Wote jiachie fulu mwanawani. Ushike mwenzio mkono kiunoni. Tufanane. Hasara, kuna kulala. Sio kuwa hasara. Hasara, kuna kulala. Sio kuwa hasara. Hasara, kuna kulala. Kama shida tumezaliwa nazo, njaa isiwe kikwazo, tukazeni mjini mipango. Kama shida tumezaliwa nazo, njaa isiwe kikwazo, tukazeni mjini mipango. Kama tunacheza tunacheza wote, kama kuimba tunaimba wote, kama tunacheza tunacheza wote, hata kuimba tunaimba wote. Sina gari na nyumba ila wema nao, sina gari na nyumba ila wema nao. Unataka kushindana na mimi, huwezi. Maisha yangu Swahilini, unataka kushindana na mimi,
Rasta.
Maisha yangu Swahilini.
What's up? All right.
Hii ni serikali ya Kiswazi bibi. Tunakaba jino na tunakaba choo. Hakuliki wala hakuendeki. Wao na dola, si tuna visenti. Inakuhusu. Usije ukang'oka meno sababu ya uchu. Kwa nini usipende? Kwa nini usiende? Kwa nini usicheze? Kwa nini usipende? Kwa nini usiende? Kwa nini usicheze? Wengine chakala mashetani yamepanda. Shika usinga kanisa kwenye kibanda. Chakala mashetani yamepanda. Shika usinga kanisa kwenye kibanda. Tukazeni mjini mipango. Kama shida tumezaliwa nazo, njaa isiwe kikwazo, tukazeni mjini mipango. Kama tunacheza wote, kama kuimba tunaimba wote, kama kucheza tunacheza wote, hata kuimba tunaimba wote. Hasara, kuna kulala. Sio tu hasara. Hasara, kuna kulala. Shiko. Hey. Bora kuwa na pengo kuliko kuwa na jino bovu. Alama ya Mungu si bovu. Ni hayo tu.
Chanel, who 2 Black Power. What's going on? You already know this is your brother and good one. Like you see R&M, RBG TV, man. You already know how we do. 432 Garvey Cubs on the move. I thought you knew. Harlem, we out here. I don't know if you can see the sign, but here it is. National Black Theater, there it is. 125th Street, 5th Avenue, man. UNIA Division 432. Every second Sunday at 4 p.m. Sharp. We about to go in here. We about to get it in. Last word I got coming from the Vice President, as well as somebody else in our division. President got the little presentation for us today, man. He got a little word coming from Liberia, man. He just came back from Liberia, whatever. He's gonna give us an update. What's going on, my brother? Peace, peace. Black power, brother. He's gonna give us a report. He's gonna give us a little update. What's going on? You already know we do have feet on the ground on the continent, dealing with the brothers and sisters over there. That's what it's about. Pan-Africanism in motion, not just by word. You understand? So that's what it is, man. What you rapping for, man? Y'all see the bucket? Y'all like it? Y'all like that? Like it? Just cop that on 125th, you know what I mean? It's Harlem, man. You can only find stuff like this around the way. Not no stores. You know what I mean? By us, you dig? But in the meantime, between time, keep it locked, keep it G. You already know this is RNMRBGTV. We keeps it G. You already know black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. You can't say that enough, you understand? But keep it locked. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna chop it up. So stay tuned. Uncle Drop Snap, Mutuabo, and Black Power. Back again real quick, RNMRBGTV, you already know. Dig it. I just wanted to share some artwork with y'all, man. Some artwork with a message. You understand? First and foremost, we gotta clean up the hood. You know what I mean? Granted, we already know these brothers right here was slain. You know what I'm saying? Unjustly, you already know how the system goes. You know what I mean? That's something we also gotta fix up on our own. We can police our own neighborhoods. We don't need nobody patrolling us like some damn military camp. You understand? Shout out to my Zulus. Like I said, nothing serious. I just want to share some artwork with y'all. But here's the most important part of the whole thing right here. This is the most important part of the whole mural. Let me show y'all. Right here. What's the great mother saying? What she pointing to? Great mother's pointing to this line right here. Make your culture count, family. Make your culture count. Remember, blackness is what we make it. By our definitions, our terms, our stance, our position. You know what I'm saying? Unify that, rally around that, and all will be well. Common sense for the common people dealing with common issues, seeking common solutions, family. That's a solution right there. Make our culture count. And once again, this is where we at right here, National Black Theater. You already know. But once again, make your culture count. This is why I say black love is a cure for the black nation, so let's get it. When you love yourself, you're going to want to make your culture count. You're going to want to make it magnify. You're going to want to multiply that. You know what I mean? Period, point blank. This is once again, black love is the cure for the black nation, so let's get it. See? Make our culture count. Stay tuned.
I want to apologize for being late. Brother Duguay had the agendas, and he called me and told me that for some reason he wasn't going to be able to make it. So I went back home trying to print the agenda. Were we able to go through any part of the agenda?
I just announced, I read the first few things and said you would be here to talk about your Liberia trip.
Yeah.
And you went to, did you go to Coney Island?
No, I didn't go Raymond Way. As far as the anthem?
I read that, and they read with me. They didn't sing.
All right, good, very good, very good.
Do you have an extra copy of the agenda?
Yes, of course.
I can tell you what I did.
All right, so I'm going to do number 4, trip to Liberia.
You're gonna do 4 and 6 and 7 and 8
Okay, no problem.
and ABC.
Yes, again, family, thank you for coming out. You know, we here at the UNIA, we're making sure we structure ourselves to move where this world is taking us. Marcus Garvey them put the blueprints in motion for us. We have kind of seized the last 40 years. We here in New York City, we are making sure we put the UNIA back in force. It so happened that I took a trip to Liberia. So I was there for 3 weeks. I spent roughly about 5 days in Ghana, about 16, 17 days in Liberia. I wanted to see what the UNIA had done in Liberia. I wanted to see the ramification of the war of 14 years and the infrastructure that was there. I know before the 14-year war, Liberia was one of the most vibrant economic systems going on in West Africa. However, because of the powers that be, the war came and brought destruction for a whole lot of people. For me, so my trip to Liberia was two-phased. One, on a humanitarian level. We wanted to see how our brothers and sisters were living there and how we could help them. So what we did, we collected X amount of shoes from the members of the division, from our friends and our families, and we were able to distribute these shoes to children and some even adults who didn't have shoes. And I can't begin to tell you how much the shoes were appreciated. A good percentage of their shoes were used but in very good condition. Some were new, and the people them just appreciated it. The children them, they were just so happy. Some children walk away with 2 shoes. Some actually didn't have the shoes, they were living with slippers or something like that. So I visited some orphanage, visited some of the poorest neighborhoods in Liberia, visited a city named Bandela. It's in Bang County, roughly about 2.5 hours from Monrovia. That's in 1949, the President General of the UNIA that took the presidentship after Marcus Garvey. He eventually moved the UNIA to Liberia in 1949 to a city named Bandela. Out in Bandela then, he created a school called the James R. Stewart Middle School, created a farm where they grew a whole lot of fruits and vegetables. They raised chicken. There's a good economic system going on. So we wanted to see what was still there. So I visited that area, visited the school. My friends, our children don't know how lucky they are to have the facilities here to attend school. The school there, the James R. Stewart School, the ceilings falling down. The bathrooms, it says, imagine a bathroom, 3 walls, left, right, back. There's no door. There's a concrete slab on the floor, and there's a hole in the floor. That's the bathroom. Bathroom basically, same, for teachers and children, it's similar. Teachers to teach, it's $95 per month. So when I was able to impart some cash on the school, they were just so happy to get it. But Africa is actually waiting on us.
Keep saying it.
Basically, we are who we have been waiting on.
That's right.
After my trip, I will be in Liberia and Ghana every 3 months from now on.
Black power.
A big part of my life, a major part of my life. Moreover, I'll tell you something. I was feeling kind of sick before I left here, coughing a lot, for about 3 months straight. 3 months straight. I couldn't stand here for 5 minutes. I don't know if you guys realize. I was coughing.
I remember.
Brother, I went to Africa. Am I coughing now? No, I mean it. I said, I stopped coughing.
Got good air.
It's a good ear. So what am I doing to myself here?
Yeah.
But you see, we have been trained to look at our ancestors' land as evil, as not wanting to be there. We hear all types of stories. But you know what happened? In driving out to Bang County about 2.5 hours from Monrovia, I saw some white guys going into the bush. They're going in there to get gold. They're going in there to get diamonds. And they're bringing them back here. And they're selling them and making a whole lot of money. I visited, I'm sure most of you heard about Firestone, the tire company Firestone here. Firestone plantation is in Liberia. In 1919, Marcus Garvey bargained with the Liberian government to buy that piece of land, 1 million acres of land. Marcus Garvey offered them $1 per acre to lease the land. Because France and England, they didn't want that to happen. They pushed on Liberia to repay a loan that they had owed. Liberia then couldn't pay it. They turned to America for assistance. America told them that we will assist you, however, you will have to work out this contract with Firestone. Firestone leased the land for between a penny and 6 cents per acre. Look, when you're driving, you're looking at the land. Rubber tree, rubber tree, rubber tree, rubber tree, rubber tree, rubber tree, rubber trees, rubber trees, as far as you can see. Firestone basically supplies most of the world with rubber from that plantation right there. If you go and you scrape one of the tree, if you scrape the tree a little bit, you see the sap start running down from the tree. What they do, they cut them from coming down, cut them and let them come down. It comes down in a line. Then they have something that catches it, and it just leaks off in a little cup. They have the workers them, which they take the cup, fill their container, and as they fill it, they go back to the plant, and they come back, and they keep them millions of trees. And as I said, Firestone has never built a plant in Liberia to make tires. They take the natural resources, bring them here, sell it. The average salary for a Liberian person is roughly about between $20 and $30 per month. Jeez. So imagine the profit that one makes from these kind of things. Just imagine, had they allowed Garvey and the Garvey movement to settle there back in 1919, how things would be for our people today. However, the Liberian society is booming. They're waiting for us to come there and to invest. I think you have to see for yourself. People have been telling us, but we have to see for ourselves. As far as black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, black upliftment, the UNIA, I think Liberia is the most fertile soil on earth, because the young people have been so deprived for the last 14, 15 years. They have nothing and they're looking for something. Brother, I spoke with 3 or 4 different groups in Liberia. I spoke to a group of young men who fought in the war. And when I started speaking to them and I started speaking Garvey and Garveyism, you know, the young brothers got so excited. Mm-hmm. So excited, man. It's like, this is music to our ears. Mm-hmm. This is what we want. They said, brother, tell me if you're not just going to come here and talk this and then you don't come back. I said, brother, real Garveyites don't do that, man.
That's right.
Whatever we promise. So the brothers, them there are, but see already, I went on the University of Liberia and I met with some other brothers. And I'm saying the same thing. I went to another place called New Crew Town, one of the poorest neighborhoods in Liberia. And I spoke to a group of brothers again, and it's the same thing. So we decided to take the movement here. I think we here as black people, we're complacent. Very. Most of us are making a small little salary. Maybe some of us are able to buy a house or we can pay our rent. Maybe we can buy a car. And we think we're good. We think we're okay. So we're not moving to organize. These young brothers in Liberia, they're ready. I had a meeting there in the University of Liberia, and at the ending of the meeting, we started a UNIA division.
That's right.
We started a UNIA division.
That's what's up. Black power.
Yes. Black power, brother.
Black power.
And the brothers them are ready to go. But as I said, we can't go to Africa and just go to Africa to talk. If you want to talk, stay here.
That's right.
People in New York, we love to talk in New York.
I know that's right.
We love to have meetings. We love to impress each other. Talk the hell out of each other. So what I did, my daughter Whitney's group, I promised one of them $5,000 to make sure that we start the economic wheels going. So what I did, I gave them $2,500 up front. I told them that I'm going to send another $2,500 before June is over. And for them to think of some kind of, these are the rebels, the guys who fought in the war. Let me tell you something. When I asked them, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? You know what the brothers asked me for? Just get us some rice. That's all they want. Rice. Look, when you're hungry, you're not even thinking about shelter. You're not thinking about anything else. I want to feel okay in my stomach. So what I did, I went out and I bought 10 bags of rice. And I brought them back. But so one of the young men asked me, Mr. Duncan, I heard that I said you're the senator's brother-in-law. How come you're with us? I said, my job is to be with the people who are struggling most on earth. The people who are okay, they're okay. They don't need us. But the brothers who are struggling, brothers and sisters, I want to go to Liberia. I want to plan a trip next year, August. I'd like for each and every one of you, but says you to come.
That'd be so dope.
Each and every one of you to make the plans, prepare. A young sister came to me and said, brother, you want to buy gold? You want to buy diamond? Just come with me. I didn't know the ramification. I didn't know what's the rules and regulations of bringing them here. So I didn't want to get into something that I don't know. I'm here now, so I'm checking out what it takes to bring gold here and to bring diamonds here. So when we go back, hey, if those other guys are going to our ancestral land and they're doing this, one of your favorite person here, most of that $23 or $29 billion he made since he was mayor, he made it from investing in the diamond mine. And I'm saying, our countries, Liberia, Sierra Leone, it's there, we're not benefiting from it. But also, we just not need to think about going to Africa and ripping and raping Africa.
That's right.
If we're going to go there for economic reasons, we must do some humanitarian deeds as well. That's why we want to build school. That's why we have adopted the James Stewart School. I'm going to ask each and every one of you, if you have a child at home and you have a new shoes or used shoes, bring it here next month. If you're able to buy your shoes, I don't care, a shoes for $3.99, forget about that burger or that pizza or that soda or whatever you eat. Buy a pair of shoes, a pair of slippers, bring it here. In 3 months, I'm trying to fill a trailer to send back to Liberia. And of course, I'm going to have some rice on it. The young brothers who were there, so I said, what do you eat with the rice? He said, well, if we get the rice, we have the potato greens. So you know the potatoes say that we eat, it grows under the ground. But there's the greens that grow on top. They eat that a lot. Cassava leaf, they eat that a lot. So he said, once we have rice, we have food. So as I said, we're looking at how we can do economics there and do business. One of my main reasons on the economic level for going, I want to invest. I want to make coconut oil, coconut milk, bottle them, and bring them here. So I wanted to see the amount of coconuts in Liberia. So I travel around the country, and it's an enormous amount of coconut. So what I'm doing right now is to try and seal a deal to buy a 35-acre property, which I'm going to put mainly coconut trees on them. But what happens in Liberia, just like some of the other countries, you have to check out the titles properly to make sure the person who is selling actually owns the property. So we're in the process of doing that. So, go ahead, brother.
You can't buy part of the rubber land.
Yeah, no, those guys, they're looking for more land. Yeah, but you know, they're so protected by the U.S. government that you can't mess with them. You can't displace them. But the thing is that there are so many more lands in Africa, in Liberia. And Liberia is the country it's just waiting to grow right now. The thing about Liberia, only black people can buy land in Liberia.
That's right.
But if we as black people don't take advantage of it,
That means nothing.
things may change where they make it where other people can buy. So we all have to begin to make that move, and that's what we as the UNIA, we're here for, to promote trade among the African states and the diaspora. So it's a whole slew of business opportunities, but then again I said, the people in Liberia need help. If we're going to go help, we have to go with plans to make factories. Yeah. And that's why I said the coconut oil, we could service the whole of this area with coconut oil. Since it's not only the USA, but the Caribbean, people using it. Coconut milk, restaurants all over, they use it. These milks are coming from Thailand. Let me explain to you. Most Jamaican restaurants, they use Scotch bonnet pepper. Jamaica can't produce enough Scotch bonnet pepper to furnish the restaurant industry here. Sometimes you as a restaurant get the pepper, they're young and green. So Liberia, you can grow any amount of pepper you want. The lands are there. So Liberia has the most fertile soil in West Africa. Ivory Coast does a lot more farming because farming was pushed by the French. The U.S. never really pushed agriculture in Liberia. The U.S. main purpose was to take the resources from Liberia. France, while they did the same thing, they invested in agriculture. So you see that the local people now, they own the coffee farms, they own the cocoa farms, and you have the chocolate companies, they're just getting it. In Liberia, we could get 100-acre piece of land, plant cocoa trees, leave it there for 3.5 years. You can reap in 3.5 years. You're looking at the next 20 years after that, you're just reaping profits. But we have to be willing to take a look at Africa, see how we can be involved, how we want to be involved to make that difference. As I say again, the salary that people make there, $25 per month. Most teachers, $95 per month. Amazingly, I'm going to tell you something though. Even though Firestone is basically paying the people them low wages, you can't really tell those people anything bad about Firestone because
that's where they're getting it from.
There's no more job. There's no more jobs. Over the years, they forced Firestone to build better housing for the people and better schools. What happened with Firestone School now? The people who are living on Firestone Plantation, they rather to go to Firestone School because Firestone paying their teachers $400 a month, while the average teacher in the other schools are getting $100 per month, not $95. So you see, most people rather to go to the Firestone School. But again, we sit back and we make these people run our country. But then again, we can't even get serious to get involved in an organization and commit ourselves to make things work for us. It's like we want ours now, and we're not willing to work for it. Economics basically is the way that the UNIA used. I don't know if most of you knew, but in Harlem here, we had a slew of supermarkets. We had hat shops. We had the Factory Workers Corporation. Friends, when Garvey came here in 1916, Garvey didn't have $1 in his pocket. Not $1. But 3 years after that, they were buying the first Black Star Liner ship for $165,000. Imagine, 1916, where are you going to get a group of people within 3 months to come up with $165,000? Brothers, that $165,000 in 1919 rather, based on a 5% inflation rate up until today, that's $17.5 million. Could we come up with $17.5 million to buy a ship? We can, but are we going to commit? When Garvey them created the UNIA, they say each and every person, every black man on earth, once you are black, you're a member of the UNIA. There are only two types of members.
Active and not active.
One who is active.
The other's not active.
Another who is inactive.
That's it.
All you got to do to activate your membership,
Pay your dues.
pay your dues. $3 a month. You're helping our system to grow. We're going to make sure that we take our people, we take our system to the next level. And as Garvey said, we must have a base. And right now we're living here. We're going to use here to the best of our abilities. But we must also create a home. And while here is good, and some of us need to stay here, some of us need to set up at home too, because here, the Big Apple is here. And all of us striving for the Big Apple. As soon as we get closer to the Big Apple, massa gets a little bit more violent. You see how many young brothers are being killed nowadays? Mm-hmm. They say we're getting too close to that, what they call it, the forbidden apple. Mm-hmm. To us, it's forbidden. We're trying to get a piece of it. They're making sure we don't get any of it. So at the same time, while we're existing here and we're setting up a base here, we can set up an economic fortress in Africa to make sure the money can come here, the money can go back, and we can continue to build. As I said again, I would love to see each and every one of you, if you're not a member of the UNIA, to activate, become a member of the UNIA. The activities we're going to do in Liberia, we're making sure we do the investigation now before we bring it to anybody to invest, because I'm going to make sure before I ask anybody to invest $1, I'm going to invest my own money, making sure it's profitable before, because the funny thing about us as black people, and Garvey said it best. Garvey said, this world is run on a bluff. Mm-hmm. Meaning, look, how can 8 million people in the world control the rest of the world? And why would we think those 8 million individuals can do a better job than the rest of the world? They let us believe they're superior. They let us believe that they're better planners. But then it worked. I'm going to even bring you down to the sports level to show you how this works. I run a youth soccer program. We take children from 5 up through 23. I have 2 boys right now, what's in my program. One is 15. He plays for the U.S. under-15 national team. He's signed with Paris, Saint-Germain, but in Europe to play soccer for them. I have another one who's 17. He plays on the U.S. under-18 team. But what happened? Most people who bring their children into our program, they bring them at 5. And I'm going to tell you, by 11, they're superior to the other children who are playing, the other children of other races. But amazingly, when they reach 11, it's like the parents recognize something and say, hey, my children can't play over here anymore. This program here can't take my children where they want to go. And let me tell you what these parents will do and what I've seen done. We're in Division 1. Division 1 meaning the best division. Mm-hmm. And we have our parents who take their children from our Division 1 teams and take them to a Division 3 team. Why? The person told them that we're making a Division I team. But tell me, you're on a Division I team already, and you're going to leave it to go through a Division III team. That this is how these people run this world, on a bluff, to make us think that their thing is better. I'm in the restaurant business. I'm working on starting a restaurant association. I wanted to do this since 5, 6 years ago, because the restaurants, our restaurants, I take 100 of them. And the ones who are doing good, they spend roughly about $15,000 per week. $15,000 per week of just those 100 restaurants. Spending on meat, fruits and vegetables, grains. They spend $80 million per year. And with spending those $80 million, none of it comes back to our community. Decided we want to start the restaurant association. Since I'm in the business, thought about speaking to some of the restaurant owners. The first thing I realized, we just don't trust us. So what I had to do, make sure my restaurant does well. And when my restaurant is doing well, if people see you doing well or even get the impression that you're doing well, they want to join along with you. So right now we're getting a good group of restaurant owners who we can show the difference to say, look, we're buying from this association over here. But this association is only taking care of their people. They're only taking care of their why can't we create our association that's going to take care of our people? And finally, I think we're getting there. We have more restaurants is coming on, and we are moving towards launching it. These are the things we deal with, but we need a firm, strong base, which is this, the UNIA, to make all this possible. So we're asking you again. No, we're not asking you, brothers and sisters. We're begging you. Activate your membership. Become a part of the leadership of the government that prepared for us. And let's make it happen. Any question, any statement?
How is the power system in Liberia?
But you mean light?
Light.
When the war happened, it destroyed most of the infrastructure in Liberia. So a lot of people, they use generators. When I get that property that I'm trying to get, I'm going to try to put solar on my property, but I'm going to put a big enough solar system that mine can work as a plant. That whoever is around me, we could share the plant together. There are some brothers here from New York City. They're in Sierra Leone now, installing some. I don't know if most of you know CC. CC's a member of the organization. CC, as a matter of fact, he's going back to Liberia today. Not Liberia, Sierra Leone today, because they have a contract to do solar. So we can do the same thing. The power is terrible there. People have to purchase gas for their generator.
I would like to ask you that again.
Yeah. Well, as I said again, we have the contact with these brothers here who are doing it in Sierra Leone. Once I get my property in Liberia, the first thing I'm doing, I'm flying these brothers down to Liberia and let them install that system for me. That, as I said, we can share the power with other people. The sun is there. The sun is there for the major part of the day. Any other question? What's any statement? Yes. Excuse, say that for me again.
Being an active member, what does that entail exactly?
It's just being a part of the organization, saying you're committing yourself for the betterment of the people. We need more members to work together to get our base strong, because right now, our main focus right now is to buy a building. From buying a building, most of the other economic activities that we want to do will be possible. Whether we're going to put a daycare in the building, we're going to put a school, we're going to put a restaurant, or whatever. But we're trying to make that base where we have a strong membership group, because it's through the strong membership groups, each of us paying our small little dues, that will assist us into setting up that base. The great thing about the UNIA, well, when it was strong and had 11 million members, from those membership dues that each division collected, we were able to create an emergency fund. Say, for example, if you as a member face an emergency, you would be able to get a loan. You as a member had a business plan, other members could invest with you. You as a member has a child and need help. These are just some of the benefits that came from the UNIA. We are far from what we were X amount of years ago, but we believe that we have to build it organically by coming to you, showing you our plan, where we want to go, and hope you feel good enough to join us. Because just that extra member makes a whole lot of difference. Garvey, why the world listen to Garvey? Why politicians, even in Harlem here, listen to Garvey? Because Garvey had the biggest following. Even people who disliked him wanted to be with him because of the following. So we need to create that following, strong membership, that when we speak to the elected officials and we tell them how we want them to vote, they're going to vote the way we want them to vote, because if they don't, we have the strong membership base to replace them. And that's just some of the benefits that comes with being a member.
So it's not like responsibilities that you delegate to certain members and stuff?
Of course. You see, like Beckway, he knows about trading. He's able to come and bring that information to us. People are always saying they want to invest in Africa, but people don't know how or where to go. So what I do as a member, I took on the responsibility. Marcus took on the responsibility to travel to Senegal. I took on the responsibility to travel to Ghana and Liberia to see what's there. Now we're coming back and we are reporting. So while we're saving, while we're building our coffers, we want to make sure we make the links. So you as a member, if you realize, if you look at this sheet here, you will see some of the different members on here and the things that they're doing. Sister Marcia here, she looked like she's tired. I think she went to another function. She's responsible for getting out the information. We have events.
And Brother Marcus.
Yeah, I spoke about Brother Marcus already. So let me speak about you now, sister. All right? Yeah, so she's responsible. She assists in getting the information out. See this brother here, he's videotaping right now. He keeps it real for us, so we have it recorded. So we have a whole lot of people who are doing a whole lot of little things. And these are just some of the best Africans I know in the world. And I'm happy to be here in unison with them. Thank you, brother, thank you. Trying to make sure we accomplish the shoes we sent to Liberia. It's because of these brothers and sisters here being members, seeing the importance of wanting to help. Some of them actually took their own monies and went out and bought shoes. When the Ebola thing was going on, we were able to donate to Liberia. Through this brother here, brother, if you have a minute, I'd like for you to come and speak on that. This brother was born in Liberia. When I went down to Liberia, I linked with one of his brothers there, and we were able to tour the city and most of the country. So, brother, I'd like for you to share the work we did with the group down in Liberia, and how do you see Liberia and the UNIA working with Liberia right now?
Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. My family actually is from Liberia. I was born in the States, and not too long after my birth, I spent some time in Liberia and came back right around the war. But Mr. Duncan had the opportunity to connect with my brother in Liberia on this past trip. And as he shared earlier, some months ago during the Ebola project, we were able to do a contribution. The UNIA sponsored a project. You know, I had connected with the brother Marcus some months before that at the Centennial. And going around in the midst, it was around the Centennial that the Ebola crisis really started getting really big. And I started working feverishly, you know, trying to connect the doctors over here, Liberian doctors over here, African doctors over here with the doctors in Liberia, because one thing that was not happening was the correct information getting out to the people. So over the course of time, we're able to start getting the real information out to the people about what the origins of Ebola was, and we're also able to do some tangible things with the help of the UNIA. So those are some of the things that the UNIA comes in handy for when black people anywhere are faced with issues. You know, they're able to step in. So as far as the future of the UNIA in Liberia, Ghana, Senegal, all other countries, I think is very, very much potential. The timing is prime right now. A lot of people are waking up and seeing the reality and the necessity of us to come together. So I encourage everybody to participate in any way to be a part of the UNIA. So I'd like to thank you again, Mr. Duncan. My brother spoke highly of you. You know, thank the Cooks, you know, for playing a very integral role in the Shoes for Africa. Yes. You know, everybody who's played a role in this whole activity here. So I do actually have some materials. I have some DVDs. If you're familiar with Dr. Umar, we had him come to Liberia some years ago. I have the DVD. I also have some CDs talking about the truth about Liberia, you know, so that's available. And I also have a CD of some music, some excellent music from this company called Unia Africa that you're going to be hearing about. We look forward with Unia Africa to help spreading the word about, you know, initiatives and organizations and governments such as the UNIA. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Like power, brother.
Thank you. So unless anybody have any, yes, we're going to get to that. Our next event, we have to make sure we raise funds, and on July 18th, we're having our red, black, and green gala at dinner dance. The tickets are $75. All of the funds that we raise from that event, so we'll be going to develop the deposit with the intention of purchasing a building. You know, the 12 commandments of Black consciousness teach us that develop your home. And in this case where we need a building so we can flourish to our fullest potential. So the event is at, what's the name of the place again, sister? The Robert Ross Johnson Center, but in Queens. Starts at, I think, 7 p.m. It goes on till 1. So if you didn't get your tickets yet, please get them as soon as possible. We have the cutoff date, which is the 28th, which we're going to have our meeting in. St. Queens. We also have a brother coming out on that day to speak about the olive leaf extract. This is a member of the UNIA. His name is Heru Afori-Atta. He's going to be here on Sunday, June 28th at the African Poetry Theater. You can come out and learn the benefits of olive leaf. The brother has it going on good, and I think most of us can get some information of it as far as our health is concerned. Major illness reversal, including high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, kidney failure, chronic infection. But I heard that this brother is very good and he breaks it down to a science. So at least, maybe you could Google him. The brother is also a poet, a world-renowned poet, but he's doing this and he believes that it can help our people. So please, on the 28th, at our mass meeting in Queens, 4 p.m. at the African Poetry Theater, make sure you come out. Make sure you come out, but then be a part of this. Brother Rashad, I think you had something you wanted to share.
I'll just give it to you. I'll let you read it.
Yes, no man, come on up. Don't be shy. Come and share. share it with the membership. Yeah, we're going to raffle this bag now. Olive, maybe if you can prepare the raffle things in the meantime.
Yeah, if you announce it, I'm ready.
Yeah, you have the numbers and prepared?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm coming, Brother David.
Oh, man. This brother.
Well, sister, in this beautiful dress, you deserve to stand up.
No,
that
but
is
this
fine.
brother here, I don't know about Tony. Tony did an exhibit on Malcolm X. I don't know if anyone inside here attended, but he had it at Tony. Where did you have it at? On next to the Teresa Hotel for a few months.
Yeah.
And it was very good. A lot of people came out. He just had some thoughts. So this is why he should have did it. I believe they having a march. Right, Tony? If they having a march for the Marcus Garvey?
March 17th, right?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. So he has he has a list of things that he thought should be added to the march. Number one, he felt that the march should start earlier than scheduled. I don't know what time the march is scheduled, but he felt that it should start earlier. It should start within the park at Marcus Garvey Park. The point stage area, I guess where they have the shows and stuff, he felt that they should start there. The members that are participating in the march, they should be properly uniformed, Marcus Garvey attire. He felt that, of course it should be a sign-in sheet for all the participants, but you guys have that anyway. Donations should be collected. This brother here was talking about anybody being a member. I guess you're talking about members and non-members too, that a collection should go on. He said in order to put in place a monumental figure representing Marcus Garvey. In the park, I don't know, do they have a statue in the park? Okay, so he thought that they should have that too. I don't know how they're going to do that, but we would have to collect donations. Actually, everything that's inside here is like, it seems like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read from what he has put down. It seems like everything is repeating itself. But basically, and it's hard to read from what you got, babes, I'm sorry. He's actually piggybacking on what this brother said, the breakfast program. This is what Marcus Garvey had before. See, Tony, this is why you should come up here and talk. I don't care read your thoughts, babe. I don't know. I'm trying my best. So I can't articulate for him. I'm just trying to repeat what he had on the paper. You guys should try to tell Tony to come up so he should be able to talk. Because I'm trying to, I stand next to you, but I can't really.
But I just want to let you know, whenever we have the march, Tony has the biggest flag out there.
Yeah, actually he was in a video too that they did for the Marcus Garvey. This brother is really, he's into a lot of stuff. But you need to try to... All right.
Thank you. Oh, I was saying about the starting of the marching, run by the stage area in the park. When you leave inside of the park, it shows that we own the park.
That's right.
Because it's called Marcus Garvey Park. Right? Not outside, but inside. We march from outside, or we finish it inside of the park. I don't know if anyone feel what I'm saying.
No, that's dope.
Because annually, them do it outside, and I'm saying, we're not claiming the park.
Yeah.
If it's Marcus Garvey Park, we should utilize it, walk around the park inside, and then come out and go cover more grounds, like go different streets. Instead of the same old routes, we should go take on more routes.
Yeah.
That's why she was saying, start earlier. That's what I was trying to implement, that start earlier so we can cover more grounds. When you have the Puerto Rican parade and so forth, they take up the whole of 5th Avenue, go all the way. So we can take up more of Harlem because we own Harlem. As much as it might regentrify, not yet. We still have Black Harlem for ourselves. We should utilize it.
That's right.
Of course. Okay.
That's right. Black power.
The next thing, she was talking about the donation. I'm saying that the president should implement people, trusted people, with fans or some buckets, mark UNIA, appoint about 4 people on each side of the march.
Okay, I see what you
And
mean.
with donation, the people on the sideline to pick up money from these people, collaborate with them and introduce membership and so forth.
That's a good idea, brother. That's a good idea.
Dope.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because everything costs money, and we're not going to just go out there and parade. We're trying to gain something as well.
Yeah.
You know? And the next thing, networking. When I said the sign-in sheet for everyone, anytime you have something, at least you can call on these people. Because
call them, you can
understand?
email them, of course.
Right, so you have some database right there.
Of course.
Okay, the third thing is, what was it? No, she speak about the monument or statue.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay. On the breakfast program, she speak about that.
And that's the thing, brother, but I realized you gave me a picture here. And this was the UNIA headquarters in Harlem.
On 135th?
Yeah, on 130. So it was at 54, 56
Brother President,
West 135th Street. And you see, the good thing about owning a building, if it's a breakfast program you need to run, you can run it. If it's an after-school program, if it's a daycare program, if it's a dinner program, it's your building. We come here, each time we come here, we got to make sure we hurry up because we have to pay for the space. And if we stay over, we got to pay because these people have their expenses. So when we have our own building, of course we're going to have our expenses just the same, but we can stay a little longer. So the funds are so much important. And I'm happy that you brought a picture of the building to see that we had a home then, and we need to have a home now. Thank you, brother.
Okay. I was saying to invite people from different organizations.
Yeah.
It could be the teachers from schools, students, even the 100 Black law enforcement,
Right.
the fire department, Black people. All these people need to be
Invite
invited,
them
showing
out,
that we are transparent and you know, we want these people to come to the cause because it's for Black. So we want to show predominance, you know,
Right, of
and so
course,
forth.
of
So
course.
you don't want to have a little bit of people when you march. You want to take up, you want to show power.
Yes.
Like what Marcus Garvey did, we want to reenact that.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can accomplish, but we have to networking. You see what I'm saying?
You're right.
So we all organizations, even some even Rasta, all of it. Churches, everyone.
Everybody.
So it can be bigger every year.
Bigger and better every
You know,
year.
because we're trying to achieve something.
Yes.
You understand? All right. Thank you, Yes, I was thinking about this exhibit I was trying to put together to host an event for Marcus Garvey. This is my proposal that I'm trying to put together so I can go to people who have building and some
Yes.
storefronts so we could create a space to host this event
Yes.
for Marcus Garvey. So everyone could go and, you know,
See the
learn
exhibit.
about Garvey. We could, anyone who know about Garvey could just come there, sit down like a library, read some books on Garvey
yes,
and, so
yes.
and know what Garvey was about and so forth, you know, workshop and so forth, poetry, show films and so forth with Marcus Garvey. So that was my intention, but at least I don't even get I didn't have nobody not even give me a call. From that.
So maybe we can
Yeah,
just check
because
with
we
you.
was trying to get the space in the same block where they have the Scientology.
Yeah.
They have some space downstairs, but I don't know. they was reluctant to give
Here,
up the space.
you're talking about on this
Yeah,
block?
downstairs.
Yeah,
the
right
one
downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
That would be an ideal spot, you know, because
The sister asking you first.
I'm sure someone's planning to do the same thing, so maybe if we could with them and get together.
no, not really. I don't want to really work with him like
I
that.
know that's
I
right.
want to have my own agenda.
I know that's
Because I
right.
did something for Malcolm X, what is it? I don't know if you see it, and that's me right here.
Yeah.
You can show it around and so forth.
I
At the
would
terrace
suggest
hotel.
that, you know, as you give your proposal to us, we sit down and we see ways in which we could cooperate and work together.
Okay.
Because if we have to get any further, it will cost finance.
No, but the thing is this, I want him to donate the spot. The spot that I did over by the Teresa
They
Hotel,
will not donate
no, we got a donation from the owner.
from the
So we do
space.
it for 6 weeks, and we have created a lot of things there. I've created an organization called Grassroots Economic Empowerment.
Okay, well, we'll work on it, yeah.
So I think we can get it if we just have the right mind to go approach these people with, you know.
And but we're going to look into
You can pass it
the tweet, brother. So before you leave, I'm going to give you my email.
Yes.
So anything you have, because I'm going to share it with the membership in Queens.
Right.
And just employ anybody, if you know anybody with any space, and you can talk to them, and we could do that. Just please reach out.
Preferring Harlem though.
Yeah.
Right at 125th.
No, we're thinking about Harlem. Yeah.
In Black Harlem.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's what we're thinking of. This is where Garvey was.
Yeah.
So we want to do it here.
Yeah.
Okay, brother.
So thank you very much. man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, you know, Brethren, thanks for taking the time. Thanks for wanting to promote Garvey and Garveyism. If each of us would take the initiative to do something, it would be so much easier for us coming together.
Yes,
So,
thank you,
Brother Tony, thank you very much.
I gotta get
Brother Dane, I
that.
think you wanted to say something?
I'm not a member yet, but I'm going to try to be a member. As soon
No,
as I
we
get the
are
money.
going to be.
All right. That's
Say
why
that,
we
man.
That's why we got to listen to the sisters.
That's right.
I just wonder when I asked the people, this is going to be our last meeting, and this month we're going to be at the end of June in Queens. We'd like to get people to volunteer to do some outreach, membership outreach activity. We tried yesterday in Coney Island.
Yes. How was that, brother?
Tribute to the ancestor, fantastic crowd. We did okay.
Yes.
We're also upcoming the African International Art Festival in downtown Brooklyn. That's going to be 4th of July weekend. And we would need volunteers. We could have a table for literature. We could push for the gala on the 18th.
But we need to push for that.
Membership application. There'll be thousands of Africans that's out there for the weekend. And we need the brothers, if you could give up 2 or 3 hours on that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
That could make a big difference, and we could push our issues and push the organization in Brooklyn.
Of course, maybe basically, brother, all these dates and events you have, maybe if you could touch base with Sister Adrian, so she could get it out to everybody, because I think we have everybody has email address, correct? So we could reach out. But then again, we're having the event on the 18th. We would love your support. Bring your friends, bring your family. We would love your support. Sister Aldith, you're the one who donated this?
Yes.
Every month, Sister Aldith donates something. Whether she makes it by, let's give her what she does, whether she has something like this, most of the time, she makes scarves. The red, black, and green scarf. Yeah, but even though it's warm, she's doing something else. And she says, "Soccer mom, can I tell them what's in it, sister?" You got a nice cup that says "Soccer mom."
Where'd you get that?
I mean, yes. Okay. A glass and a nice cup that says "Soccer mom." So what if a brother wins it? Oh, he gives it to his wife. Yeah. And what's this, sister? We have a pen, a nice pen inside. Oh, soccer mom. I guess moms have all the looks. And then a nice book here. And then it's a nice bag. The thing about it, every month, Sister Agde, the way she donates, she makes something. Whether it's a scarf or whatever, and we raffle it off. We ask for everybody to participate because this money, whatever it is, goes into the building fund. It was the same monies that we have to use to send the donation to Africa to make the difference. So any help, Sister Aldith, what we're asking for donation from each person for the raffle? Oh, how much is it? $3? We're asking for $3. Come July, come the meeting in Brooklyn, in Queens. Since I love each and every one of you, and I couldn't bring something for everybody, I brought back a mask that I say I'm going to raffle, free, I'm going to raffle it for free on the 28th in Queens. So if you can make, Marcia, why are you looking at me like that and smiling? Yes, but Sister Alice, you want to start with the collection for the raffle, but if you can participate, please, we will really appreciate it.
If I may, I just wanted to basically just throw this out there. Back in Long Island and Roosevelt, me and my comrade Ronell, we have a fundraiser going on. We're trying to establish a library for the youth center. And all right, well, turn it the other way. Oh. Yeah, so we're trying to get a library started, and I have an online fundraiser campaign. One is a T-shirt campaign. The other one is just a general donation. Of course, I don't have any cards right now, but if you want, I can write it down simply. And if you want, if you have free time, please check it out. Like I said, this is for the kids. We're trying to establish a black library for the kids at the youth center. That's really pretty much what we're doing.
Have you ever bring any other shirts with you?
Actually, what they do is they create it online.
Oh, okay.
They send it
so you order online?
Right, you order it online, and then it comes directly to you.
Yeah.
And then, like
so
I said,
brother, do me a favor.
Yes.
Send it to Sister Adrian, and let you send it out to everybody.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Appreciate it. So I just want to throw that out there. Like I said, when y'all get a chance, check it out and just help these kids. That's pretty much it. Appreciate it.
Anybody have any questions, any statement?
About the committee. We're having a committee meeting on the 21st of July, right? At the Dempsey Center? Yes. June?
June.
On the 21st of June. Okay.
Next week.
Next week. Okay. All right. I remember, but I knew I wanted to mention it. Yeah. So we're going to try to develop the committees.
Right.
Okay. What the brother was just saying about the youth center, he's a part of the youth committee. Right. You know what I mean? So that's something near and dear to him. You know, we also have the economic committee. We have the African expat committee. So we're trying to develop these committees so we can people can put their qualities, their qualitative energies behind them, and we can develop it and have the structure. You know, in Garvey's day in the UNIA, they had the different auxiliaries. They had the juvenile division. Okay, they had the Universal African Legion, which was the military component of it. So it was very structured and organized in nation formation. Okay, so we're trying to do the same thing. As the sister asked, well, you know, what task or responsibility? Well, come to the committee meeting and see what committee is suitable for you, where you can add your, you know, what you can do. You know what I mean?
Remember, though.
You have to, join.
Usually on the membership application, that's where the committees are. So we called you circle something.
Right. If you look on the membership form, we have committees at the bottom. If something is of your interest, of your skill that you can contribute to, join that committee, and we can work on developing these committees and, you know, build the structure.
Thank you, Brother Mark. Let's anybody else?
And I believe that's good because, no, I just want to say something.
You next, sister. You were saying something, sister? All right, sister, go ahead.
So the reason I came to this meeting, I know Brother Beckway, but also I met with you guys at the Marcus Garvey celebration in Marcus Garvey Park. I think it was last Sunday.
Yes.
And they kind of asked everybody what they wanted to contribute to their community.
Yes.
And I would like to contribute in the mother route, like
that's what's up.
Like helping these moms out, these kids, different resources that we can give to mothers, support groups, stuff like that.
Black
Do you
power.
guys have a committee like that already, or?
I'm pretty sure if we don't, we can establish one.
Well, you might be the one that
Word.
Yeah, we have the Black Cross nurses, and we would like to get the Black Cross nurses up and running again in New York. Sister, what you're saying is so very much important and so needed.
That might be her lane
But
right
I'll tell you
there.
that, but I run a soccer program. And yesterday morning I was on the soccer field, and I got a call that one of the boys, he's about 12, 13, but was missing. He left for school Friday morning, and they didn't see him again. I started calling the mother, but the mother had a very tough time. She works 3 jobs, therefore she's never home. trying to pay the rent, trying to cover food. And as you said, she just doesn't have another outlet. So maybe if we have the Black Cross nurse, another group that's going to be directing their energies towards those things, mothers like her, and many other mothers who need help.
That's right.
We can help, because that's what the UNIA was about. Within the UNIA, it had like a committee to address any one of our life's concerns, any unforeseen problem that could pop up. So again, that's why we need more membership, because the women cause says need to be addressed. So the children need to be addressed. Therefore, the more members we get, the more committees, so we can actually fulfill. So again, we welcome your ideas. But I remember you speaking in the park last week. I'm happy you took the initiative to come, because as I said, most of us, we as Black people, we love to talk. We love to talk. I've been to so many seminars, so many meetings, and I said, I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk anymore. That's why I went to Liberia to see what we can do, because here, I'm sorry to say that, no more money's here to be made. Those people who are going to get rich here, they got rich already. We need to take our investment to Africa, where we live, bring products here and sell, but benefit from it together. We're going to do the coconut oil. We're going to do the milk. We're going to do the shea butter. We're looking to actually bring in the shea nut seeds from sister from Ghana and Mali.
Mali, and I just talked to a lady yesterday from Ivory Coast, and she shared also in the northern part of Ivory Coast are shea butter cooperatives and farms. So you can find nuts from different countries.
Yeah, because we have some, even shea butter, why the price is very down now. But we have people who don't look like us bringing it in and wholesaling it to everybody else. So if we make it there, and we're not in any rush, because we know that to plant anything good is going to take time. But when we have these income streams coming in, the cause for the mothers, the committee, we can have a budget for that. For the youth on the street, we can have a budget for that. We can have a budget for any one of us who lose our job. I have some families, they go to certain place on Sunday mornings, and they give what is called tithes. I'm sure most of you hear about that, right? And they give a lot of money, and when they lose their jobs,
church is nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Moreover, a friend of mine asked me to join his congregation. I said, brother, I will join your congregation under one reason. If you tell me that every dollar we collect, we will take a portion of it and invest it for that person that in church, yes, then I'll join. Because I think if the congregation is going to get big, if the UNIA is going to get big, the members must get big. And that's why we seek to go to Africa to find opportunities. And as I said, we don't want our members taking the risk. So we're going to go through it. We're going to survey the situation. We're going to x-ray that. When we ask you to invest, it's yes. So sister, again, thank you so very much for taking the time. Yes, we really find young brothers and young sisters who get involved. And I want to thank you so much. It was a pleasure hearing you speak and you bringing up that topic last week. But not only did you speak about it, sister, you're here today and you're reaffirming it again. So thank you very much.
Groundwork.
Yes. So let's hear it for the sister again.
Groundwork. That's how we do.
We're almost reaching the point where if we don't leave, we got to use this money we collect for the rappers to pay the extra time. What time is it, sister? What time is it? Okay, so let's hurry up. Marcus, you wanted to say something? Yeah, let's do the raffle.
Yeah. And this is another reason why I do the class, the training class for our members. So we have a mechanism of raising funds for ourselves and doing things with the funds that we raise.
Okay. So, brothers and sisters, raise the red, the black, and the green.
Raise the red, the black, and the green.
The brothers and sisters are being redeemed.
The brothers and sisters are being redeemed.
Open up your eyes and see. Open up your eyes and see. We're on our way to being free. We're on our way to being free. Because red is for the blood that was shed. Red is for the blood that was shed. Black is for the race that's us. Black is for the race that's us. And green is for the land, Green is for the land, So the black man can take his rightful place. So the black man can take his rightful place. Everybody together now. Praise the red, the black, and the green. The brothers and sisters are being redeemed. Open up your eyes and see. We're on our way to being free. Because red is for the blood that was shed. Black is for the race that's us. And green is for the land, So the black man can take his rightful place. One God.
One God.
One aim.
One aim.
One destiny.
One destiny.
Long live Marcus Garvey.
Long live Marcus Garvey.
Long live Carlos Cook.
Long live Carlos Cook.
Greetings, brother. Thank you, sisters.
So there you have it. There you have it, family. 432, man. Link up, activate, bang. That's all we can honestly say. That's all I can honestly say. Link up, activate, and bang. And always remember, like I said, black love is a kid for the black nation, so let's get it. Once again, family, I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me, walking with me like I walk with y'all. I'm your brother in Google, now you see R&M. R&M RBG TV, family, you already know we keeps it G. That's where we at. That's what it is, man. Harlem World, let's get working. Queens, let's get working. Brooklyn, let's get working. Long Island, let's get working. Bronx, let's get working. Black people, wherever the hell you at, let's get working. But until the next time, between time, keep it like right here, R&M RBG TV. Let's keep it G, family. Black power.